All right, guys, before we get into the episode, we have to shout out our amazing sponsor. It's Factor, everybody. Factor's delicious, ready to eat meals make eating better every day easy. Wherever tomorrow takes you, be ready with pre prepared, chef crafted, and dietitian approved meals delivered right to your door. Head to Factor meals.com/Virzi50 and use code Virzi50 to get 50% off, guys. Okay, that's code Virzi50 at factormeals.com/Virzi50. Get 50% off. What's up, everybody? And welcome back to the Virzi Effect Podcast Show. My name is Paul Virzi, and you guys listening to, what is this, episode 608. I am in my home studio, of course. I am not making the trip to Manhattan. I just got back from Jamaica, man. I am sick. You can hear that I'm sick. Yeah, but the show must go on. And I was a little sick in Jamaica, but not too bad. I toughed it out. It was my wife's birthday weekend. Got her the trip to Jamaica, and I couldn't be the sick asshole in the hotel. So I basically drank my way through it. Nothing helps a cold like banana daiquiris with rum first thing in the morning and then gin the rest of the day. As you can see, my beard was lightened by the sun a little bit on this side. That always happens. But anyway, I am thrilled to be back here with you guys. And hold on a second. Let's make sure everything is working correctly. Okay. I guess things are good. I just hit a pause by accident or whatever. We got the sound. I'm making sure everything is right, guys. It's been a while since it looks like everything is right. Yeah, here we go. So hopefully you guys could see and hear me okay. This is 608, the Virzi Effect, back from Jamaica. Feeling good. We got the special in the can. That's being worked on. That should be out hopefully in the next few months. What else is going on? We got some dates coming up, but I got to tell you, man, I wanted to talk about traveling today and the dangers of traveling. All right, because that's all you hear. That's all you hear. Should I do the plugs now? I'll do the plugs later. Excuse my voice too. Excuse the congestion. I'm trying. But actually, you know what? Hold on one second. All right. So, one thing I wanted to talk about on the show today is I wanted to talk a little bit about traveling. All right. Went to Jamaica. We were in Montego Bay, Jamaica, my wife's birthday. It was a nice time. We went for just 4 nights, in and out real quick. And we enjoyed ourselves. It was amazing. But, and I have to do a joke on this because it's always don't leave the resort. They're kidnapping people. Where are you going? Jamaica? Oh, Jamaica and Bahamas, they're at a level 3. If they go to a level 4, you can't go there. That means they're kidnapping people. They're taking people off the resort. And I'm going like, all right, man, I just want a fucking daiquiri, man. I just want to sit at the ocean, sit by the pool with a fucking drink. I want to go in the hot tub. I want to chill out, go to dinners. Like, what are you talking about? And everywhere you look, there's issues. Except Aruba. For some reason, Aruba is one of the safest places on earth. That's why that horrible thing with the girl that was murdered there, rest her soul, Natalie Holloway, that was like such a rare thing. The place went nuts, and like Aruba is like they don't really have these issues in Aruba. It was like that isolated issue, and that's it. But these other places, don't leave the resort. If you go to Mexico, they're going to hold you for ransom. People are getting killed in Jamaica. They're kidnapping people. There's sexual assaults on the resort. You go to Haiti, they're eating people. They're fucking, it's Mad Max shit there. And you go to Dominican Republic, the crime rate. And I'm going like, well, where the fuck can I go then? Okay. Luckily, thank God we weren't kidnapped because I'm here. We had an amazing time. We were obviously safe. We were at a very um, nice resort that was right by the airport. Security was fantastic, and it was like paradise. The water was amazing. The food was great. Everything was good. It just sucks now when you want to go on vacation and you hear these things. I didn't know that. Like, because you book something you book something in the winter, and then by spring or summer or whenever you're gonna go, all of a sudden the crime has changed in that area, and you're like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, you know. And I couldn't change and go to somewhere else because if you change and go somewhere else, what if that level changes? I don't want to be so. Anyway, that's the only thing that sucks about going to those islands, going to like beautiful places that are warm with amazing water. It's that I guess the locals are there's such poverty and it's so poor outside of these really nice resorts that shit happens and it sucks. But anyway, that being said, if you have not been to Jamaica, if you have not experienced the water there, I mean, dude, the fucking ocean in Jamaica, it felt like everybody pissed in it. It felt like they took 1,000 people in one area and just pissed, and that's how it was bath water, man. It was warmer than the heated pool at the resort. I went in the ocean to get warm. It was crystal clear. You could see these beautiful fish. I mean, and the fish don't fuck with you. They're little, but you could see them right down there. The sand was like I was literally just stepping on when I was in the water. It was like you're stepping on white pillows. I've never experienced anything like it. It was like this cushy, your feet go down a little. It was like insane. It was really nice. The people were nice. There's a little bit of hustling going on, so they try to sell you shit. Like, hey, do you want this? Do you want that? And like, and it's weird because it's almost like you're telling a homeless guy no, but this guy's in a canoe with like beautiful shit in his canoe, and they try to give you weed and stuff. It was fine. It was fine, but I would say as far as the Jamaican food and cuisine and the beaches, if you have never been, Jamaica's only an hour and a half flight from Florida. It's 3 hours and 20 minutes from New York. Um, it's a cool spot. But don't get kidnapped. Don't leave the resort. Those assholes. And I almost think like they people in a weird way, are you jealous? Are you fucking jealous, asshole, that I'm going to Jamaica with my wife? So you got to say that shit. Like, who does that? I could understand being like, hey, man, just make sure you guys are careful and all that stuff. That's amazing. Just like do all like listen to the instructions and stuff like that, but have a great time. That's nice. But not this whole, oh, dude, Jamaica, I don't know. Did you hear? That's at a level 3 now. Dude, people are getting kidnapped. Dude. And then the real pieces of shit, the real pieces of shit are the ones that send you articles. You know, these, these people where there's a special place in hell for these people. Where are you going? Hold on, check your email. And you're just like waiting. And all of a sudden your phone gets a ping. And you see like family gets death certificate months later. Kidnapped people, Jamaica, a crime zone. Don't go to the thing. Even in resorts, you're not safe. Those people that send that, you jealous, disgusting pieces of shit. I mean, you horrible, horrible people. Don't do that to a friend. You don't do that to a friend that's going away and excited to go in some beautiful tropical fucking paradise for a few days, and they're telling you how excited and they're showing you happy pictures of the sand and the water and the food, and you got to be this wet blanket going, dude, did you hear about that one couple in 19 fucking 99? Yeah, they went to Montego Bay. They went for a walk on the beach and pirates came and took them, cut the guy's dick off, fed it to the fish. Then they held the wife to me, and it's like, man, don't do that. Don't do that. Now, that being said, I will say if you are planning a trip somewhere like that, do research, ask questions, ask the resort questions, ask people that have been there questions, and all the things. And if it adds up and makes sense, yeah, I mean, definitely be educated on your trip, but don't let one or two horror stories that have happened, um, whatever. So that's all that I will say about that. Guys, we are starting to add some dates. Wanted to let you guys know about that. If you want to come and see me this whole year, I want to meet the fans. I'm doing meet and greets. I will take pictures with everybody. I will sign anything. I will fucking I'll meet your uncle, and your uncle could try to tell me a joke that he thinks is funny, which is probably not funny, and he'll tell me I could put it in my act, and I 1000% won't put it in my act, but I'll shake my head, laugh, and amuse him and shake his hand. If you want to do that, come out and see me. Okay. I'm going to be working on new material. I'm going to be putting in some material from the special, maybe with some little adjustments on it. Obviously I won't do that when the special is out, but you're going to get a bunch of new shit when you see me. And I got some I was really writing recently, so I'm excited about that. But come and check me out. Where will I be next? Well, this Saturday, guys, if you are in the New Jersey, New York, whatever area, I'm going to be at the Dojo Comedy Club in New Jersey. I will be there this Saturday night for 2 shows. I believe the first show is almost sold out. It's a small venue, guys. It's like 100 seats, maybe a little more, something like that. First show, I believe, is already sold out or almost sold out. Second show is going to sell out. So get in there, get your tickets to see me in Jersey on the 23rd of March. Then I will be at Off the Hook Comedy Club. I think the 30th and 31st. That's in Naples, Florida. Not this weekend, but next weekend, Friday, Saturday, whatever dates that are. Those are Naples, Florida. Come out and see me. Everyone's telling me it's a great club, but there's a lot of old people. So if you're in Florida, you're in Naples, get the fuck down there, get in the room, so I don't have to do it to a bunch of blue hairs like I'm in Atlantic City and fucking, at the Resorts Club in Atlantic City. Come out, Naples, Florida, Off the Hook Comedy Club. Not this weekend, but the weekend after that. Then we have what am I going to be doing? The 10th of May, guys. I'm doing the Netflix is a Joke Comedy Festival at the Troubadour in Los Angeles, California. Get in there. The 11th, me and Bobby Kelly are doing a live bone to pick and some stand-up at the Earl in Atlanta, Georgia on the 11th of May, 8 p.m. And then what's the next one? Hold on. Oh, we got the Makeup Date, Gramercy Theater, Saturday night, June 8th. You can get tickets for that. Tickets are going for that. That's in New York City. And we are adding some dates, guys. It looks like I'm going to be going out west. We're adding some dates, some amazing places I went last year, and some new places I did not go last year. All that stuff is being worked on. You go to paulvirzi.com for all of that. And please hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel, guys. So one thing I ask, I don't ask for money. I don't do a Patreon on this. All I ask is you go to my YouTube channel, tell your friends about my YouTube channel, click the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. You will get stand-up clips. You will get podcast clips. You will get rants. You will get all kinds of shit like that. Also specials and clips from specials and all that stuff. So go to my Paul Virzi YouTube page, click that, and like and subscribe to the Virzi Effect podcast everywhere you get your podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, and all that shit. There you go. I felt like I got through that as quickly as possible. I know sometimes like, yeah, Paul, fucking get to talking, Paul. All right, we don't need to hear. We know we're already here, but tell your friends, keep clicking it, keep going. All right, guys, before we continue with the show, we got a shout out Factor. It's our great sponsor, Factor, everybody. Eating better is easy with Factor's delicious, ready to eat meals. Every fresh, never frozen meal is chef crafted, dietitian approved, and ready to go in just 2 minutes. You'll have over 35 different options, guys. It's awesome. You have 35 to choose from every week, including Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Also, there are more than 60 additions to help you stay fueled up and feeling good all day long. What are you waiting for? Get started today and get after your goals. 2-minute meals. I love Factor because we literally pop it in 2 minutes and it's incredible. Fuel up fast with Factor's restaurant quality meals that are ready to heat and eat whenever you are. Pancakes, smoothies, and more. Discover a wide variety of easy options for the entire day, like breakfast, midday bites, and more. No prep, no mess meals. Factor meals are ready to heat and eat, so there's no prepping, cooking, or cleanup needed. Flexible for your schedule. Get as much or as little as you need by choosing your meals every week. Plus, you can pause or reschedule your deliveries at any time. Factor is a perfect solution if you're looking for fast premium options with no cooking required, which is also the best. Sign up and save. We've done the math. Factor is less expensive than takeout, and every meal is dietitian approved to be nutritious and delicious. We get, my family and we get Factor delivered to us all the time. And I would say not only is it 2 minutes long and you're eating a restaurant quality meal, you're losing weight. You're losing weight because it's portion control, but for some reason you just feel full because it's enough. So it's perfect, it's delicious, and you lose weight and you feel like you just ate such a quality meal. That's why we love it here in the Virzi household. I love the chicken dishes. I love the Indian dishes, the butter chicken I always get. And they're Italian. Everything is so delicious and so quick. All right, so here's what you're going to do. If you listen to the show, I'm telling you, if you want to eat good and lose weight and save time and have a flexible schedule, this is the plan for you. All you got to do, you head to factormeals.com/Virzi50. Okay. And you're going to use Virzi50 as the code to get 50% off. That's code Virzi50, VIRZI 50 at factormeals.com/Virzi50 to get 50% off. I wanted to talk about this Ryan Garcia shit. Okay. I'm not going to say that this is going to be a conspiracy theory Virzi effect episode, but we're going to delve into some shit that I'm seeing now. Some shit that I'm seeing, some things that I'm that's not sitting right with me. Okay? Now just hear me out on this. All right? I know you're going to be like, "Damn, Virzi smoked some shit in Jamaica, changed his he's on some next shit." No. Just hear me out with this. For you people that don't know, Ryan Garcia is a boxer. He's got a big fight coming up in April. And he was the one talking to Andrew Tate, and he was the one with the recording saying, "They took me to this island. They made me watch them rape children. I don't give a fuck. I'm coming clean." And then Andrew Tate is like, "Dude, you better be careful if you go down this road." And he just started saying all kinds of shit. And then he's sitting in his hotel room and it looks like he's reading something off to his left. And he's just saying, "Guys, I'm not going to talk about this anymore. I've been saying some things on here. I'm just going to concentrate on the fight and boxing." And he did look scared in a way. And some people were writing, "Do you notice how he looks like he's being threatened or scared?" Now, I don't know anything about this. All I know about this is what the clips that I saw and what I read about this, okay? But when you see a boxer who is a young person with a lot of money and a lot of promise and, all the things that he could want, and you see him kind of in this frustrated rant about awful things that he saw. And then all of a sudden, quickly, there's like this apology he's reading. Now, I don't know if that's from the promoters of the boxing, if that's Oscar De La Hoya going, hey, man, you got to calm this shit down. People are freaking out. You need to just talk about boxing. You need to say to everybody, forget what I said. Let's just move forward. You need to do something. Or if the powers that be or the people who's threatening were like, look, we're going to fucking ruin your career. You're going to fucking, the bad things are going to happen to your family. Um, I got this weird sense, right? And call it my Sicilian intuition or whatever it is. But I got this weird sense that he was threatened or his family was threatened and he needed to just tell people that he's sorry and shut the fuck up. I just got that sense. I don't think you go adamantly, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm gonna say what I saw. I know what I saw. This is bullshit. I'm coming out. You don't like they're oh that he's just trolling for the fight. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't think so. I don't think you're trolling for a fight saying shit like that. Um, like there's a lot of things you could do and a lot of things you could say other than they brought me to this island. I saw horrible things. I don't care anymore. I don't give a fuck anymore because you're trying to there's a lot of different ways to promote a fight. And then the way it just went away and stuff makes me feel that there was a ton of security with him. I just got the sense I'm like, I wonder if they threatened this dude or like said, hey man, you may not care about you, but your family. So I'm like, I don't know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go and listen to the Ryan Garcia things, but it didn't sit right with me, and it didn't feel like yeah, I don't know. It just didn't feel. First of all, the fight what isn't for like a while, and I don't think something like that's going to make me go, dude, that guy got held down and watch kids get raped, or that guy's saying this and that. That we got to watch his fight. I don't. I would just be like, what the fuck is this about? So, um, that was one thing that I just felt was really weird and strange. Um, and I see things like that, and it makes me go like, what? And then now you're hearing, okay, here's another thing too. And I don't know, man. You're hearing things like this Nickelodeon documentary about how this guy would give the kids massages, or now all of these Nickelodeon stars are saying that there was sexual awful things happening. And then you think about the Harvey Weinstein and all the shit that happened with that in Hollywood. And then you find out that like that Joey Lawrence kid and his brother's podcast saying like I was on sets where I heard that sexual things were done for people to get parts. And you start thinking about this shit and you're going, wow, when people say that there's evil, awful shit out there, or there was evil, disgusting, horrible shit in Hollywood, and there's a darkness to this shit. And you don't know like if people are just saying it because they're just either hating on it or they're trying to find a way to make themselves feel better because they're not in that world. But then you listen, you're like, wait a minute, man, there's something is wrong if all of these things are coming out where it's like people in power, it's just like these sexual things to advance people's career. This has to be done. And I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire. And of course, there's going to be some things that are fabricated and exaggerated, but then there's going to be a lot of things that are true. And when you hear these things and you see all of these young child stars that are all fucked up now, Amanda Bynes looks like she took a magic marker and put her fucking eyebrows on and her hair's up and she's unrecognizable and she's on. And it makes you think like, yeah, I understand people have mental issues and people do drugs, but I also think trauma and things trigger that. And it really does make me think of this boxer who said the things that they said. So I know that this isn't particularly a funny Virzi effect episode, but sometimes I just talk some shit on here and I talk about the things that are going on. And 2 plus 2 is starting to equal 4 when it comes to all of this shit. Putting the puzzle pieces together and going, well, wow, it happened in Nickelodeon. It happened in Hollywood. Actresses had to do this, and child stars were getting this, and there's pedophiles here, and there's this and that there. And then you hear about these private islands and Epstein Island and all this shit. And you're going like, man, are these sick people that are in power with money really, really this fucked up? And it keeps coming out. And then look, the P. Diddy shit. Now P. Diddy doing these sexual things with people, like all kinds of shit. And it's really interesting how I feel like this is the era we're gonna look back on and be like, this is the era that like the the dog shook off the fleas, so to speak, if that makes sense. Like it's all coming off now. It's all coming out now. All these things that people have done that they've had in the closet and they've really been hiding. Those skeletons in the closet are coming out. It makes me think of what else is going to come out, what else is being hidden, but it's really interesting. And it just makes you say, you know what, man, I got to protect my family and you really got to watch out for certain things. So that's all I wanted to say. But what really sparked this was the Ryan Garcia thing. And I'm not in studio right now, so maybe next time I'm in studio, if I bring this up with the guest, we can put it on the screen. But like I said, the boxer Ryan Garcia was saying some shit that they held him down, they made him watch things, and you would have to be honest to God. And he's not old enough to be punch drunk. This kid has not had a long career. This kid is he's like a young, good looking, like getting up to his prime fighter. And he was saying some wild, wild shit. And in order to say that and make it up, you have to be so incredibly demented, deranged. It would be such a weird thing. Imagine going to your team and going, guys, I got a great way to market this fight. Think about this for a second. Just hear me out. Guys, I got a great way that we are gonna promote this fight. I'm gonna be on a hysterical rant talking to Andrew Tate, and I'm gonna talk about how they took me to the Bohemian Grove and they held me down and I had to watch kids being raped, and I'm gonna scream, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just gonna tell the truth. And I think we're gonna sell tickets. Like, think about that for a second. That's what makes me go, I don't know. I don't know. Um, and then I just saw Ryan Garcia go in a sneaker store and he rounded up a bunch of people in the mall, brought them in there. They closed the door and he said, everybody in here is going to get free sneakers. And he seemed like he was happy to do it and give to people. So I don't know. The kid is either completely fucking deranged and mental, or he saw some shit and was threatened to shut the fuck up real quickly, or something bad was going to happen. And I don't know. So there you go. This has been the Virzi effect, everybody. No, kidding. Um, but yeah, it's just times are, I said on stage too. Back in the day when you're a kid and people say that the world is crazy, you'd be like, whatever, that's old people shit. Now the world is wild. The world is wild. I've talked about it many times on the show, but it just seems to me that everything is getting aired out, from the UFOs to the to the I was talking to a pilot who said that he personally did not see any, but knows many people that did see shit up in the air that's not from this world, that's not fucking, an aircraft can't go through, 3,000 miles diagonally in a second. Like, so between that and all of this stuff coming out about these Hollywood weirdos and sickos and all kinds of shit that's gone on, it lets you know that the scary and sad and sick thing is there's a lot of evil, horrible things out there, man. And it's I don't know. I don't know, but it makes me happy to be away from all these cities, and I want to it's this shit is really not great everywhere. And you know me. if you listen to this show a lot, I'm not a doom and gloom. I'm like, no, things will get better. And I think things will get better, but shit, man. But I also think it's a good thing that things are getting aired out and people are finding out horrible things right now. Because I think it's going to make people realize, like, hey, man, like, keep your head on a swivel and do all that shit. Making sure everything is cool. Making sure everything is, you know, um, I guess, yeah, keeping your head on a swivel and keeping your eye open for shit. But I also think that there's a lot of mental illness and sick people out there, and they need to be. We got rid of insane asylums, and I don't know why. I guess because horrible shit happened in them. I think like the places, and they were called loony bins and like nut dens or whatever the fuck. But maybe like there should be a little comeback of like mental health. Come up with a funny name. You change the Redskins fucking name, right? You change the Indians name to the Guardians. Change the fucking loony bin to like, mental health clinic, a mental health resort, all inclusive. You got your pills, you got your bed, you got your pills, you got your meals, you get your therapy, you get checkers and poker at the end of the day, whatever. You got an all-inclusive mental health clinic. Like get some shit like that back where somebody that really is fucked up can go and work shit out and have a place instead of running around cities throwing people down fucking staircases on the subway. How about that? That's how I look at it. No, those places were inhumane and stuff. Well, make them humane. Make them fucking decent. Get these purple-headed fucking freaks off the street. Give them a pill. Talk to them. Find out what the fuck's going on in their brain and figure it out. Instead of having them running around punching people saying that they're a fucking cat or whatever, or they're a fuck. You know what I mean? It's like I just somewhere something just got lost, man. Somewhere something just got lost. And I do feel like it's almost like a matrix that just got like turned upside down, or like did they change the fucking code on the video game and it's crazy. I don't know. Now I sound nuts. Look, guys, I've been in Jamaica. I've been sick. So cut me a little freaking slack here. I know we missed a week and I'm sorry about that. But again, I was traveling. I could not do a podcast from Jamaica with my wife on her birthday weekend, me sitting there in front of a computer going, I'm telling you, man, this boxer saw some shit. And my wife is sitting there in a bikini waiting to go down to the fucking beach. And I'm sitting there going, what did he see? They threatened his family. She's going to be like, Paul, why are we? I mean, you could have done this at home. So I couldn't do that. And I was a little under the weather. But shout out to everybody who liked the episode with Jeff Dye, the episode with Greg Stone. We're going to have more people coming in the studio and all that shit as well. So, but like I said, guys, I want the show to grow. So keep hitting the subscribe button and keep rating and reviewing the Virzi Effect. I know half of you don't like me having guests. Majority of you guys, or more than half of you guys, like me ranting and doing the shit that I'm doing now. But you also got to have guests to grow the show, because people that don't know your boy or are just getting familiar are going to be like, yeah, this dude is just ranting and freaking out. You guys know me. So it's like, I feel like I'm doing it with my friends. We got to build the show more. So, let everybody know about that. And I believe we have some sponsors today, which we'll get to those reads in a second. What else did I want to talk about today? I wanted to talk about oh my God. All right, I got to talk about this. I got to talk about this. It's going to be hard. I'm going to say my piece. After I say my piece, I know some of you are smiling because you know it's coming. You see the New York Giants logo on top of the door behind me there. Um, I got to just say my piece here. This has been something hard for me and my family. My son is still not over it. You guys know my beloved New York Football Giants mean a lot to me. This is always by my side in this studio. Another thing that is always by my side is this Eli Manning bobblehead doll or whatever with the two rings. You know I love Eli. So this is very hard for me to talk about, but I will. I can't believe I'm saying these words on the Virzi effect. It's going to be hard to get past my lips, but I will say it quickly. Saquon Barkley is a Philadelphia Eagle. I actually hurts me in my chest to discuss that. I can't believe that. Again, there's a break in the matrix. Something's going on, guys. Something's going on. Okay? Something got flipped on its head. Things I've never thought would happen. The name of this episode is Something's Going On. I I I don't know how this happened. Well, I know how it happened. Okay. Here's what happened. Saquon Barkley wanted a certain amount of money, and he said many times in his career he wants to be a Giant for life. Okay. I also have a theory that the reason why he did go to Philly too is because he probably did not have to move. Because if he lived in Jersey, Philly is only an hour and a half basically from New York City. So if he lived in Jersey, he probably only has like an hour drive down there now, whatever. But he wanted a certain amount of money. The Houston Texans were in the mix. The Houston Texans, I believe, offered him 11-ish million dollars, and he wanted more. The Giants offered him 11.5, something like that. He wanted more. Then the Giants said, if you can get more money than this, we'll see if we could match it. Philadelphia went up to, I believe, 14 million with incentives to get to like 15.9 if he hits certain numbers. And that's basically, guys, almost $10 million more. Okay. If you look at it all, 16 times, yeah, you're talking about more than $10 million more when the whole contract is up for a running back who is 6 years in. They don't have that long a lifespan in the NFL. They can get hurt and they don't get the money they used to get. He has to look out for himself. I get that. It's a business decision. At the end of the day, if I was the Giants, I would have come in $1 million less each year. So he only would make $3 million more. You probably get that in endorsement deals. I think that Philadelphia put it over the top, and it was an offer he couldn't refuse. I think he was probably able to kind of stay where he lived or be very close to where he lived because it's right down the road. So I think that that's another reason. And I think between the money and the distance and also the respect he was shown. And that's where I think this comes in. Um, these fans, as much as it sucks, and I don't like that Saquon Barkley is putting the eagle bird on. He got a little defiant because of the shit that was said about him. He got a little defiant because some fucking dumb assholes were burning his jersey. He got a little defiant because the Giants didn't do the right thing by him and franchise tagged him and he still balled out. That's another thing that's got to make you upset now. Okay? The guy and people are going to come at me for this, and I don't give a fuck. But this is just, I'm a better NFL fan than you if you don't think this way. Okay. The guy wanted to be a Giant, and he was devastated with the franchise tag last year for the 10 million. And what did he do? He came in and he played, he balled out. He was a leader on the sidelines. He was everything you want as a human being and a player. And he thought the Giants would do the right thing. I thought the Giants do the right thing. And the Giants just said financially it's not worth it. And that'll hurt somebody. And, so look, it sucks. Having to play him two times because it's in the division sucks. I would have felt a lot better if he went to the Houston Texans. But this whole thing that you're dead to me and this and that, fucking you say that when somebody's offering you 10 million more and you got a family and you've been nothing but loyal. Think about that for a second. People need to think about that shit instead of being this dumb, yo, man, what's he doing, man? What the fuck is she doing? Nah, fuck that, man. Fuck, he's a rat. No, 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 no. He's a rat if the Giants offer him the same money and Philly offers him the same money as the Giants and he goes to Philly. Then he's a rat. Saquon Barkley did not do that. Okay. Saquon Barkley said, I want to be a Giant and you guys are disrespecting me too much. I went through this too much with this organization. And these people are going to give me significantly more money for my talents. They see the value in me still. And here's the thing, that year he lost because of the injury, that's a year that's not beaten on his body. So he's got more in the tank. And Philadelphia saw it. So you can't do that to him, man. You cannot do that. Saquon Barkley was an incredible Giant, an incredible dude. One of my goals as a comedian, and this is what hurts me. One of my goals as a comedian, a New York City based comedian, was I wanted to meet Saquon. I wanted my son. I wanted to take my son to meet Saquon. I wanted Saquon when the Giants go to Gotham Comedy Club. I wanted Saquon to be there. I wanted to meet him. I wanted to take a picture with him. I wanted to, if there was possible, introduce him to my son. I do Good Morning Football on the NFL Network. I wanted that. He was one guy I wanted to meet and talk to. So it sucks, man. It sucks that he's in Philly. It sucks that he's an Eagle. It sucks that we got to play them twice. But I cannot blame him or his family at all. It's a business, and he did not get what he felt he deserved from the team that he was loyal to. So I will leave it at that. That's how I feel. That's my story, everybody, and I'm pretty much sticking to it. All the best to him. I don't wish him any ill will. Anybody wishing he gets hurt or gets fucking popped real hard and gets injured, man, stop it. Stop it. The guy balled out for the Giants as much as you could with that shitty fucking line that he had to deal with. So stop it. Okay? The kids is an absolute stud. It's just sickening. But here's the deal. I don't watch Eagle games. And when he does play the Giants, I'll root for the Giants. The game will be over in a couple hours, and that's it. And that's it. So, I don't know. There you go. Maybe he'll have diarrhea really bad one game against the Giants and he can't play. And then they just see him sitting there. That's fine. And then the Giants put a beating on the Eagles, and then that's fine. So we could hope for one of those. It's not an injury. It's just a stomach bug. Oh, guys, I got a story for you guys, man. I got a really, really, really funny story for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this because you're probably, I don't know if you're gonna find this as funny as I did, or you're probably gonna be like, Paul's delirious from his trip, but I think you'll find this one funny. So sometimes as a comedian, I think back on things and laugh. Was at my son's um I was at my son's like 2 years ago, I think, or some point last year, early in the year. There was just like, the way school concert. So like the music class, whatever instrument your kid played in the music class. So anyway, this is a couple years ago. My son, like every kid has to do it too. It's not like this is where like everybody gets an instrument. So my son was like the snare drum or some shit. And we had to go in the auditorium. And when it's quiet and you're just kind of thinking and it's not appropriate to laugh, I start thinking about that video where the guy goes up to there's this dude and he's got like no teeth. He goes up to this black dude and he's got no teeth and he just goes, "Sir, how many genders are there?" And he puts the mic in the dude's, and the guy goes, "I don't know. I just got here." Right. And so I start thinking about that, and but I mean, guys, I start crying laughing. Like I'm crying laughing. And my wife's going, "Paul, you got to hold it together." And the kids up on the stage that, knew where we were sitting saw me laughing, and I almost had to excuse myself from this auditorium, right? Fast forward, we're on the airplane coming home from Montego Bay, Jamaica. My wife is sitting next to me. She's in a good mood because she has a Bloody Mary. We're sitting in first class, which I had to do for her birthday. And it just makes it so much easier to get in and out of the plane and all that. You get a drink, it's a bigger seat, all that stuff. You guys know first class, and whatever, you splurge, right? I splurge. So we're in first class. My wife has a book in her hand and she has a Bloody Mary. So she's thrilled. Now I'm in the aisle row, right? And I would have a mimosa, champagne, something in my hand, and I'm sipping it. And the plane is packed and there's people just filing in the back of the plane, but there's such a long line on like the tarmac and all that on the thing that everyone's like at a standstill, but we're just sitting in our seats as they're next to us. There was an airplane, and I don't mean to ever make fun of people scared of turbulence, because you see these videos of turbulence with the lights flickering and people screaming and holding on and praying. And God forbid, and you never want to be in that situation. But there was a clip that I guess went viral. This airplane, uh, I don't know, Frontier Airlines or whatever, they tried to avoid this storm and they ended up in the eye of this storm. And the plane is getting thrown around. Now, my wife is reading a book. We're sitting, we're not in the air. But I'm thinking, just like I did at my at my son's whatever band concert. I'm thinking of this viral video of this turbulence, and people are going like, "Ah, what's going on?" Oh my God. And dude, there's this black dude's voice in the back of the plane, and he just goes, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I start thinking of this, and I am holding this drink. I'm tired. I'm a little buzzed. I'm delirious. And guys, I can't express to you. It was one of the laughs of the last 20 years. It's in the top 15 laughs that I've ever had in my life. But I'm having that by myself alone while my wife is seriously reading a book with the fucking drink. She's trying not to look at me. Tears are coming down my face. And I'm picturing this guy go, "What's going on?" as these people are boarding the plane. And to add insult to injury, I'm holding a drink, smiling, laughing, tears coming down, looking at people going to the back of the plane. So it looked like I'm laughing at them because I am in first class holding a drink and they have to go back to the plane. They look miserable. They got all these bags. They're lined up. They're standing. I'm sitting down as comfortable as could be, laughing like an absolute lunatic madman. And it looked like I'm laughing at them. So now I'm laughing harder. And I'm picturing the guy on the plane go, "What's going on?" He's going, "Put this thing on the ground." Dude, I can't express to you the laughing. I was crying. And my wife finally puts the book down. She looks at me. She goes, "Paul, you got to hold it. You got to hold this together now." And here's the thing. I wanted to run to the bathroom on the plane and just get the laugh out. I would have just put like paper towels over my face or do something. And I couldn't. I couldn't because everybody is standing there. Everything is packed. The flight attendant couldn't even get past these people to get us another drink at this point. It was just that packed. So I just put my head to the side and I'm crying, laughing, thinking about this. And all I was wishing was that a comedian friend of mine that I could talk to, like Giannis would be one. Burr would just be shaking his head. Giannis, Bartnick would do his Bartnick laugh where he would go, he would do that. But Giannis would give me like like we would be throwing ourselves on the ground laughing. And then finally I said, "Paul, you have to start breathing normal and control yourself." And I did. I just went like, and then I really, but then like throughout the flight, I would think about it and I would just start laughing again. But um, it was so funny. If you guys look it up, it's on like TikTok or something. You could just Google like man keeps repeating what's going on. And the funny thing about what's going on is that he knows what's going on. He's just clearly afraid. So when you're that afraid, anger comes in because fear and anger come together. So he's trying to figure out why the plane is doing that, but he knows that he's just in turbulence. So he's going, "What's going on? What's going on?" Then the pilot comes on. If you watch the full video, the pilot comes on, and this really is scary. And I've had some turbulence where I was really scared, but like I don't wish this on anybody. I'm just saying hindsight, some of the things people say is definitely kind of funny, like what's going on, because he knows what's going on. But the pilot came on, he's like, listen, we thought we could get around the storm. We ended up in the middle of it. I'm so sorry you people had to experience that. I'm really, really sorry. We're safe, we're okay, and all that. And and the black dude in the back that was screaming, "What's going on?" He goes, "Don't apologize. Get this thing on the ground." And and it's just so funny to me. So I was, yeah, I don't even know how to say other than it was almost embarrassing how I lost control of myself, and you would not know. So you just saw a man holding a drink in first class while everybody's trying to pack on this plane, just hysterical laughing. And I thought that that was pretty funny. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Um, and I will also say this is the last thing I'll say about the trip. I was done. Okay, when you go to these places and they're shoving drinks down your throat and you can eat anything and you have a pool and an ocean and a hot tub and drinks and this and that and you're in the sun that feels like that bacon in the sun, dude, if you could do that. I can't after 4 nights. I'm like, I woke up the day we were coming home. I said to my wife Stacy, I was like, I couldn't do this again. I honestly, I could not. I don't have it in me to do it again. Like, these people are walking around, and I am not gonna lie, there was only 2 couples that we saw that were absolute animals on this resort, and I'm talking disgusting pieces of shit. I am talking about the lowest people. This guy was so drunk by the pool, he fell down the stairs next to the hot tub twice. His fat wife had a gut like a baseball manager, and she still had the audacity to wear a bikini. She wore a bikini. It would be like rest his soul, if Tommy Lasorda had a fucking skimpy red bikini bottom on when he came to visit the mound. I mean, it was the most. This chick looked like, I don't even. She had the body of an umpire in his pads with a bikini bottom on, and it was, and she was like twerking and almost falling in the water, and she was like dropping her butt with, her stomach was like roll. It was disgusting. And they were like dancing in the lobby at night and like have a dance off like they were gonna fight. It was the weirdest, dude. There were 2 couples there that these people should have been. Then they went to dinner, and we happened to be in one dining room where they were, and they were so loud. I got up and left, and people looked at us and they nodded like, "Good for you." And we heard that they said to the waitress, "Bitch, bring everything on the menu." Like, and like, these people are like these Jamaican locals that work there that are so nice to you. And they were talking like that. We got up and left because we didn't even get our appetizer yet. And they were there hammered, and we're like, "Nah, change our seat. We're going somewhere else." And we did. And as we're leaving, I just hear the guy going, "Yeah, man, I can't fuck a woman with ugly feet. Fuck." And they're saying this shit in a dining room at a nice restaurant in Jamaica on the water. It was the most. They had tattoos and shit. It was. I mean, yo, look, look. Some animals can afford a nice resort, but they're still animals, I guess. And it was probably one of the grossest things me and my wife have witnessed. It was so disgusting and disgraceful and rude and just falling down drunk. They had their like day drinks on the dinner table with the dinner drinks and wine. It looked like it was disgusting, man. Certain people, there's just an element of animal in certain people that just have to, I don't, that you just can't shake. You just can't shake. But really gross to say the least. And luckily, we did not see much of that. But I even saw that, and I'm like, all right, we got to go somewhere more. We got to go somewhere where those people don't, you know, who falls down the stairs twice during the day at a hot tub, and just and every time you saw it, just drinking, hammered, yelling, just fat. Oh, oh my God. They were like a walking all inclusive. Like, if there was a poster for just like animals who take advantage of an all inclusive resort, this was it. I mean, this chick, not only should she have not been in a bikini, She should have been in a fucking tarp should have been around her. They should have wrapped her up in a fucking comforter and then duct tape her and just pushed her out to sea. Oh, okay. I will end on that note. I don't wish anybody harm. I don't want her to drown. Just fucking get her away from me. Um, all right, guys. Did I do the plugs? I did the plugs. We'll do the plugs again. Come and see me this weekend. I'll be in Jersey, guys. And then next weekend, Naples, Florida, the end of March. And then I may have some new shit coming up in April. May, I am doing what is it? May, I am doing the Troubadour for the Netflix festival. I'll be in Atlanta with Bobby Kelly for Bone to Pick the next night. Then you could check me out in June. We have dates coming out on the West Coast. For all dates, go to paulvirzi.com. And there you have it. I wanted to get an episode in last week, guys. I'm sorry, but I hope you guys enjoy this one. Check out all the stuff that I talked about. You could read about it and see what you think. Write into the show. Don't be an asshole. Be polite. We screen the fucking comments. You guys are great for the most part. But yeah, if you say shit that's dumb or rude, it's just I'm not going to see it, so I'd rather read the positive stuff. And I love you guys. I'm back. I'm ready to go. I cannot wait for you guys to see this new special. It looks better than my Netflix special. We have so many options now because there's amazing things. I have full control of this special. I put up the money for this special. This is my special. This special goes where I say it's going to go. This special goes on when I say it's going to go on. This special gets edited the way I say it's going to get edited. This is all me. So all the support is amazing. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, where it's going to go, but I have control. And worst case, everybody in the world is still going to see it because I have control of it. That's what I wanted for this one. And guys, when I tell you I cannot wait for you guys to see this one, the clips on this one, I cannot wait for you guys to see. A lot of fans and people close to me and have seen my career, including my manager, and people said this is my best one yet. I feel it is too. And I can't wait for you guys to see it. So there you go. This has been episode 608. I will be back next week. Don't know if it's studio or solo, but I will be back next week for sure. Actually, hold on a second. Will I? I will be in Florida. So yeah, so I'm going to get one in before I go to Florida next week. So enjoy this one. I will talk to you guys soon. Until next week, I'm out of here. Take care.